Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas Realty. I just got this newsletter out, and I just want to talk about a couple things. Let's start off with the economy. Basically, it looks like the stock market is a record new high last week, and actually has to do with part of the hurricane Irma. Actually dropped from 200 billion down to 500 billion dollars or less. Gas prices have soared up pretty dramatically because of that. Also, the consumer price index actually rose by 0.4% in July, which is actually a good thing. Basically, what this means is the consumers out there are actually spending more and more money, and it's actually stimulating the economy. And when you start stimulating the economy, people are paying more taxes. Well, actually, the IRS is receiving more tax revenues, and they're able to pay off the bonds. Also, it really pushes the bonds down because you have other countries that are actually buying our bonds. Let's see here. Low inflation right now, and basically the feds are actually delaying the process of raising the interest rates at this time, and I believe we're at 1.25%. The other thing is that if we raise interest rates too fast, so what you're going to see is the housing market is going to slow down because of the market. The mortgage is going to go a little bit higher, and what happens is, right now in Las Vegas, the median price is $265, and a lot of people just don't want to spend that type of money. I mean, at $265,000, let's just say, at a 4% interest rate, right? Let's see, 4% interest rate for a 30-year, and your payment, let's see here, at $265, so your payment is going to be about $1,265.60. That does not include taxes and insurance. But the problem is that if they raise interest rates again by another point, and let's just say it goes up by a half a point. So if it goes up by, if it goes up by a point, now your payments are going to be about $1,342. But that's just the par rate. So the banks are probably going to charge you more. So if they increase it by 1%, what that means to you is your payment's probably going to go up another $200. A lot of buyers that I'm dealing with right now, one of the first things that they talk about when they sit across my desk with a free consultation is that they just want to have a lower payment. Now, mortgage applications actually jumped up last week. Okay, buyers were actually taking advantage of the refinancing, and that was actually up by a 9% as far as applications, and purchase applications were up by 11%. So what that means is it's still a good time to buy because interest rates are still low. Now, as soon as the feds raise the rates, what you're going to see, that's going to start to slow down. According to CoreLogic reports, June mortgage delinquents were the lowest in nearly a decade. Only 4.5% of outstanding mortgages were in some stage of default. So things are starting to slow down. What's taking place, and what this means is all the people that were actually behind on their mortgage, or they owe more than what the property's worth. When they bought it in 2008, they probably bought it for $350,000. Now it's almost at that price point. Now, let me give you an example. Like my home, I bought it towards the tail end of 2008, and I paid $175 for it. Now it is worth about $250. Now, what I've seen is the gentleman that bought it before me, he paid he paid about $325. So if he stayed in this property at this point, he may have already got his money back in a couple more months, but he didn't do that. He foreclosed on a home, unfortunately. And there are a lot of people in that situation. Okay, so the other thing is, Fannie Mae's last survey shows a record number of consumers who say now is a good time to sell their home. Over 36% agree, and 8% from January surveys. Okay, so basically, it is a good time to sell your home. And what I'm starting to see right now in the Las Vegas market, 95% of the homes that are currently on the market right now are actually traditional sales. This is where people actually have equity in their home. They're selling it for a position. What are they doing? They're actually taking that money that they made, $50, $60, $70, even $100,000. They're paying some off their bills, starting clean, starting fresh, taking that money and rolling it over to a bigger and better house. And that's what I'm starting to see a lot lately, where we're doing transactions where it's contingency upon the sale of another property, contingency upon another sale. Now, it gets a little bit more complex, and a little bit harder to do those type of transactions, but we do them all day long. We can get them done. It's just you got to push a lot more paperwork, but that's what I'm starting to see. Now, if you guys want to start looking at homes to really get a general idea to see what's currently available out there, don't forget to visit lvhomeexperts.com. It's a great website to view all the current properties that are currently available as of today. So we only show you properties that are currently available. We're not like the other companies where we show you things that sold last year, 3 years ago, and you're being misled as far as what the price are in certain neighborhoods. So we want to be upfront with you guys and show you exactly what's going on within the housing market. It's a great website to get started. Now, if you have any questions or concerns through that website, you guys can email me anytime. Other than that, thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification button. I'm Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas Realty.